Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing fantastic. I am doing pretty darn good. I've enjoyed this 3-day weekend that we just had for Labor Day weekend, though I didn't enjoy the beginning of the weekend. So I got off work on Friday, right? And I go out to the backyard and I'm putting the hammock up and I'm really excited because I'm gonna read outside. Like, I'm setting up all my drinks, and then I realize it's too hot outside, so I go and change into shorts, and then I go back and I'm like really destined to settle down, right? Right, yeah, totally. And then I notice, you know those cartoons where like the cartoon character runs out of hammock and then it spins, and then they drop out? That's kind of what happened to me. So if you see this bruise right here, I also have one on my leg and on my back because I thought that the hammock was right under me and it wasn't. And so then I fell and my arm scraped against the brick on the back in the backyard, and then my back hit the pole that was holding the hammock, and my leg hit the wall, and my head hit a planter. Like, as of right now, that's pretty freaking comical. When it happened, I wasn't too happy about it. So if you see me while I'm like moving around and everything and you wonder what this big huge bruise is, it's because I'm a klutz, and now you guys know my secret. I fall up the stairs and I trip over myself and over air. So yeah, so that's what happened at the beginning, but we ended up having an amazing weekend full of friends and float trips and hanging out with my best friend Brienne and seeing Aaron's mom, hi Letha, and all of that stuff. And so it was overall a really good weekend. But with the weekend came the end of August. Like, wow, can you believe that? I can't believe it. It's just, this year is just flying by. So let's sort of review what I read in August. So I think that August is my least read month so far this year. I'm pretty sure. I think before this, my least read month was like 5 books. I only read 4 books in the month of August. I started back up work and working really, really long hours and then just being drained by the time I get home that I didn't get to read very much. But I still think that I did pretty decent in page counts, and I think that I still read a good amount. So let's get into it. The first book that I finished and read was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. And so this is the second in the Throne of Glass series, and it was really, really good. Like, I'm loving this series. So this one was, I think I read all of it. Yeah, I read every single page. This was 418 pages, so that's a pretty good chunker for a book. And so this, of course, follows Selena. She's an assassin, and it's got fairies and magic, and I'm living for this, and I'm loving this. And so, of course, my second book that I finished in the month of August was the ginormous Heir of Fire. And so this is the third one in the series, and it was so big. Like, I'm surprised I got through all of it. It was 565 pages. And so my goal is to read all 7 books that have come out so far before October, when Bree and I go and do our best friend trip down to Houston to meet Sarah J. Maas and get a signed copy of the newest one in this series. And so I'm hoping that if I read like 2 a month until we get there, that I should be caught up with the whole entire series so that we can actually read the newest one together and everything like that. So this was really, really good. I highly enjoyed it. I loved seeing Selena figure out who she is, remember her past, meet new people. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's reading it or for the first time, but it's really, really good. I highly recommend this if you like young adult fantasy with magic, fairies, and just a badass heroine. This is the series for you. It's super, super good. The next book that I read was the Cozy Mystery Book Club book for the month of August, and that was Murder in the Mystery Suite. And guys, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was phenomenal. Like, if you guys really want to know like all of my in-depth sort of thoughts, go over to Angela's channel for Books Are My Heart. We did the live stream over on her channel, and so there's a whole entire hour of us talking about the series, what we liked, what we didn't like. I thought that the characters were really, really well written. I loved the main character's name is Jane, and she helps run the Storyton Inn. It's sort of like an inn, but it's actually like a mansion that has been converted into an inn, and she runs it for her great uncle and great aunt, and she stumbles upon this idea to help raise money to keep Storyton afloat. And so she calls it Mayhem and Murder Week, and she invites all of these people to come and celebrate, you know, sleuths and their writers. So Agatha Christie, Sir Conan Arthur Doyle, Miss Dundee, like all of these authors and their characters, and there's dress-up competitions and mysteries to figure out, but a mystery happens within the mystery, right? Because that's just how it has to be. And one of the inn's guests is found murdered in their room, and then another one is murdered in the room, and it's just sort of a mystery within a mystery. And then on top of that, Jane finds a big huge secret about her family that changes her whole entire life, and it's so good. It is so good, and I loved this series so much that I bought the second book immediately when I finished it. So I really, really loved it. The last book that I read in the month of August was Knit 1, Kill 2. And this book was what was actually the very first cozy audiobook that I've ever listened to. So one of my subscribers asked me if I could do like a top 5 of really great cozy audiobooks. And I just got into audiobooks whenever I started dating Aaron, except we've only ever listened to like fantasy and sci-fi novels. And so I went on my library's app and I saw this one was the first in the series, and I was like, you know what, I might as well try it out. And I am so happy that I did. It was adorable. I loved the character so much. It was so much fun to read, and it gave me the knitting bug, and I kind of sort of like went to this adorable shop. Aaron, can you hand me my knitting bag? Hold one moment. I feel like there should be holding music. So I went to this really, really cute shop. It's called, well, you can go to loopsknitting.com, and I don't know if it's based like internationally or whatever. She gave me this cute bag whenever I purchased my stuff, but I'm trying currently to make a hat, but I don't think it's gonna come off as a hat. I think it's going to come off as like a rounded shawl. Like I think it's going to be sort of like a rounded scarf. It's sort of like an infinity scarf, I think. It's just, I don't know if it'll fit as a hat. It might fit as a hat. I'm not quite sure yet, but I haven't done a lot to it yet. I just, you know, really started it today. I had a few like mess ups. Like I got super salty with my knitting for about a week. And so I got frustrated because I'm trying to teach myself. And so I messed up the knit purl thing. And so I was frustrated. And then Aaron encouraged me to start it up again today. And so I am. And then him and I are going to try and go to a beginning knitting sort of class next Saturday. And so maybe that will help. So those were the 4 books that I read this month. I really enjoyed all of them. So I consider this month like still a kudos. It was a good reading month because I enjoyed everything that I read, and that's what really matters in the end. It doesn't matter how many pages you've read or how many books you've read. It matters on, did you like the books that you read that month? If you loved them, then your reading month was a success. If you didn't love them, then you know that maybe that author's not an author for you. That storyline thing is not for you. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So don't compare yourself to other people because you're awesome just the way you are. So that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye. I don't see anything.
Is that good?
You're doing the ceiling. Frontwards camera. No.
Is that good?
Well, the fan being off is not good. It's hot, but we need it for sound.
Okay. We need the fan for sound?
No. We need it off for...
I can turn it back on.
No. Okay, now, that works.
Okay. What?
You had the time going.
I didn't have time going.